Today is Saturday, August the 24th, 2024. Today the temperature is 79 degrees, at least it was at 9 o'clock a.m. Water temperature 80 degrees, water level 444.44. I have caught 3 catfish so far, and I started at 9 o'clock exactly. At this point, I'm drifting. I'm going to start drifting until I get to a certain location. I'm going to make a U-turn and go all the way back out since the wind is coming out of the southwest today. With a southwest wind, the catfish ought to be on, especially at the location I am right now. Hopefully, I can get my, quantity, 10, before, let's call it 1 o'clock. And if I can get those before 1 o'clock, we're going to go for a few more, but I keep it at 10. But right now, the wind speed is about 8 miles an hour. It is increasing. When I first got here, it was okay. It was like 7 miles. No, it was about 5. But with the wind coming out of the southwest this time of the year, it'll be a good breeze. So the 3 that I've caught, they were caught within 15 minutes of each other. When I say 15 minutes, 1, 2, 3. But since it's been 0. So we're going to keep doing what we have to do what we do to get these catfish. We got to get some catfish in that live well up there. And once we get some catfish in that live well, hey, everything is good. I hope your day is starting off great, but we got to get some catfish here. These catfish are a little bit, like I said last week, they're a little bit more spread out than they have been. So finding them is going to be a little bit of work today, which is no big deal. And I am trying something new today. So if this video goes from vertical to horizontal, bear with me. We're going to get this down. We're going to get this down so good that we're going to be like, man, he's a professional now. But it is what it is. Took me a while just to get to this point of wanting to do this type of videotaping, but I'm kind of glad that I have. It's documenting what I'm doing, and at the same time, I can always come back by giving a description of the air temperature, water level. All that plays a factor in how you catch fish. Because right now, I have gone to, according to my depth finder, I'm in 4 foot of water, 4 to 5 foot of water. And this same area used to be like 8 foot. So water level is not at the normal pool level. The normal pool level would be 445. Today, like I said earlier, it's 444.44. That being said, there's not many people out here yet. And I doubt if it will be since school has started and the kids are back in school. And I think I got a fish on. When we do have a fish on. There we go. We got in this low area and he's on. This would be fish number 5. No, number 4. They averaging right now about 10 pounds. I'm happy with that. Man, this one here. I like that pull. It's giving me a good fight. On this reel, I'm only using, I think it's 15-pound test. I have another one going on that back, on that rod at the back. Another fish is on. Yeah, he's pulling out. He's hooked. Oh, yeah, that's another fish on that back end. We'll get him in a second. So far today, they haven't discriminated on which rod that they're biting on. So far, I've got them on the drift, with the planing boards, I mean, and also just plain drifting without the planing boards. So we're gonna land this one and go back there and get that one in that back. It's not pulling anymore. That one on that back still should be there. Let's go back here and check it out. It's still here, so I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, it's still on. This is a smaller one. There's that one. This is smaller than the other ones that caught. There's the other one. They're getting bigger. So the catches are starting to become sizable. It's been a second since I've caught another fish, but this rod right here had one, and the reason I know it was on there because it left this signal, which is it's slime, it's defense mechanism that fish release. I think now I'm understanding what the slime is all about. That's a fish defense mechanism. If they're stressed or whatever, but I'm sure it's because of stress, and they release that film. Now I don't know if that does something to another predator that's in the water. Who knows? But I very seriously doubt it. A few more boaters are picking up out here. It must be almost 11 o'clock, but I noticed that the beach area is still deserted for this time of the day. I'm sure next weekend being a holiday weekend, the traffic here may be a little different. But now that schools are in, oh man, that was a nice fish that just came up on the surface over there. So anyway, the football games will be starting. Cheerleader, pom-pom practice, soccer. So this is the time of the year that this lake will be slowing up, and I'm like, yay! But I'm always glad that everybody can come out and enjoy themselves. That's what it's all about, coming out here having fun, doing something different, or doing just what you like to do. I have to retire my hook on the pole in the back that had that fish on it because he decided, or she decided, to swallow the hook. So now I have to retire all that. It won't take long because I'm trying different knots where I'm not tying knot over knot over knot, putting stress in the line. So I'm doing a little things a little different. Learning a few things from watching other people on knot tying. The less stress you put on that line when you tie a knot, the better you are at catching a catfish, fish, whatever, without breaking your line. Because the more stress you put on that line, and then the stress from the fish pulling and jerking and diving and swimming, circling, you're liable to break the line. And that'll be the one that you'll say, that's the one that got away. I'm gonna get hit by some boat wake here in a second. It's right here on top of me now, at the bottom of me. So hopefully, I'm about to start over again. For the first time, I'm gonna let myself, since I'm going in a pretty straight line here, I'm gonna see how far this boat will take me. If I don't get any more strikes in this area, I'm gonna go back up to the top. I call that the top up there, because I'm hitting. No, that'll actually be down. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna reverse it. I'm gonna go back that way. How about that? I'm gonna head west. Because since I've been, man, these some large fish that are coming on the surface. I know what they're doing. It used to be, my father used to tell us, when a fish come up on the surface of the water and he comes out the water in a leap, that means he's full. I know better now. I think what they're doing, they see whatever it is that they're going after that's up here suspended, they at the bottom, they'll come up and under and come up out the water and grab it. It's nothing like being out here in nature. It's relaxing. I enjoy doing it. We got a lot of overcast back in the east. They said some storms or light rain today. It happened when I was en route here today. I didn't get caught with no major rain, just a light sprinkle. And it's kind of strange. Right around 1-ish, this spot that I'm in now, I always call my spot the zone. In this zone, right around 1 o'clock, these fish start picking up in this area. Why? I don't know. Only fish I ever catch is a hungry fish. And I see seagulls out in the distance behind me. Behind me now is that direction. And they are just floating on the water, waiting to see if any bait fish are going to surface. This is the time of the year white bass will start, even they already been doing it, but they'll start schooling shad. That's how they feed on them. They'll surround them, and then all of a sudden they'll burst into them. Just like you see killer whales on different TV shows where they circle the bait that they're going after, and then they dive into it and they just munch them up. So right now I see a lot of seagulls that are out on the surface, and what they'll do, once one spot, they spotters. So when one spots the bait, they go up in the air, give a signal, and then the rest of them will follow. I had to get this camera, get this Benemy top up because that sun now is starting to peak a little bit more. The cloud are dispersing. I mean, I haven't got a strike in this zone at all. Need to get that other line retied before I hit that shoreline. So I'm gonna work on that, and hopefully we can get something before I hit that beach area. There's a fish on. This one here, he's angry. He already broke the surface. Darn, it looked like you swallowed my hook again. Come on. Open up. There we go. There we go. This is a female. She's kind of upset because I got a good grip on her. I don't want her to tear my fingers up though, but there we go. I'm also at the point where we're going to have to start over on this again. We closer. Yep, we're getting awfully close. You know, I don't have to catch every fish, but I'm catching what I can while I can. That's why I always set my limit at 10. At the minimum, it's 10. Right now, either there's 5 or 6 in the live well. And I think the time now is close to 11 a.m. I'm reeling everything in so that we can start over again. This drift was a good distance, but I'm closer to that shoreline than I want to be, and I'm also at a point where the sailboaters and recreational boaters come out of the marina. So since I'm down here near them, I'm gonna go at least 1,000 yards up from where I am right now. Haven't had another bite since that one that just caught about 10 minutes ago, maybe. I'm gonna use the main motor to get us up there faster. while you may hear a beep. That beep is my depth finder. I have it set to let me know when I'm in very low water. And it's beeping every once in a while because I may come over a spot that may be making it think it's 2 foot of water. They're not that accurate, but not that accurate. You can take a stick or an extension and put it in the water if you want a better idea of how deep the water is. You can take a fishing rod and count the number of eyes on the rod itself and dip it down in the water. That'll give you an idea also. There's a lot of ways you can do it. I see the sailboater back there putting stakes in the water. And I'm not sure if he's doing that so he can mark the area where they're going to circle. You know, once they come out to a certain distance, they're going to circle back around that marker. And I'm glad I see that he's doing that because it'll give me an idea of how far out he's planning on coming. At least that's what I think he's doing. The overcast is taking over again. I kind of like that. No sun. It's awfully cloudy. Today was supposed to be just a partly cloudy, early morning chance for rain. But now these clouds have taken over, and it's also not humid it's not as humid as they said it was going to be. I like it the way it is right now. My depth finder is still fluctuating from 2 3/4, almost 3 foot down to 2 foot. That's why these fish are biting, because of the shallow water, and the bait is, the presentation is right there. It's just floating right in front of them, just like this. I'm seeing more sailboaters. Yep, they starting to come out. Carlyle Lake is actually known for sailboats. They have 4 marinas. Am I correct in that? 1, 2, yes, they have 4 marinas for sailboats, 1 on each corner of the lake. I can't tell you which one is more popular. I went to the one in Boulder. I was impressed at the maintenance that they have on it. Yeah, all these sailboaters are putting buoys out in the water. So that'll help me and it'll help them. I will respect what they're doing, because at least they're telling you, or give you an indication on how they plan to sail. But I hope you don't get too crazy with it, because there's a drift fisherman out here also, me. My co-workers yesterday cooked some of the fish that I've been catching. I have to say, I don't like, and And I don't, I want to say I don't like, but I don't make it a habit of eating fried fish. But that was pretty tasty yesterday. I guess I was the hungry person, huh? So I'm gonna kind of pause here for a minute because I'm gonna get ready to get set up again. Need to get something on the belly. But we're gonna get set up here and we're gonna get this drifting going again. I came a long ways from where I started. Actually, that wouldn't be where I started, that's where I ended. Now I'm going back to where I started. I was way out this morning. And I'm gonna do it again. And I hope me and the sailboaters can see eye to eye and share the water a little bit, you know? That's fish number 7 or 6, maybe 6. I don't know. I lost count. Got another one. He may have gone, the way he pulled it, may have gotten off. Yep, it's gone. Could have been a snag. Let's make sure though. That was a snag because the bait's still there. Why did I do that? Boy, that's a bird nest. This is what you call a bird nest. See that mess? Hope you can see it. So we're gonna have to work with this one and get this all detangled. No, maybe not. What made me do that just now? I have no idea. Normally I'm good at taking these out, but this one, I'm gonna have to work with it. Watch that one be the one to get a fish. Going back here on the front, meat bait, cast out again. The one that just got the bird nest, that's gonna be the one that's gonna catch a fish. Fish on. Bleeder. That fish struck right as I'm thinking of moving and starting a different zone. Also, I did get that bird nest out of that line. But now I have to do is retire and I'm ready to go again. mean, the sailboaters got kind of close there for a second. I dropped the trolling motor thinking I was going to have to spot lock until they got through the zone that they have set up. But it was boat courtesy, you know, they just went around me. Because I'm dead as a doorknob when I'm drifting. Man, that was a nice fish. You know what? My next go path through, I'm gonna move out that way, move inland a little bit more. I'm starting to see so many fish like I did earlier when I first got here. All these huge fishes coming on the surface of the water. When I say they're coming on the surface, man, they are coming on the surface and they are making a splash. We got another fish. At least I thought we had another fish. Oh, we do have another fish. Not only do we have another fish, we're going to have some tangled line here. This one is pretty decent. There we go. I have this towel in her mouth. It's a female, because she's biting down. And we can't mess up the fingers just for her, you know what I mean? Because she's biting down pretty good. Can't tell you how many fish that is so far. I'm gonna put it at 7. We're on our way. I'm in a certain part now of my zone, and it seems to me I was better at getting strikes further west. Right now I'm traveling east, northeast. I think eventually here I'm gonna just stay in that zone because the bites and the misses were more aggressive. A lot of times I have been seeing my planer board move away from the boat, and I'm thinking maybe it's catching on something at the bottom, but I'm realizing when I reel in, there's slime on the line. So I need to be a little bit more active as far as checking that out when I see that happening. And then sometimes you don't want to be too aggressive, because what you end up doing is pulling the hook away from the fish. And it's like when it's something right there in front of them, they good. But as soon as you move it, and it's a rapid moving away from them, you take the risk of that fish not relocating what you had, which is trying to feed it anyway. That's what I'm trying to get at. The clouds have really dispersed. Now I do believe we will have that, what was it supposed to be, 90 plus today? I think we will reach that today. Light clouds off in the west. Depth finder is just letting me know again. I'm in about 2.5 foot of water, which I don't think so. I'm gonna actually test and see how accurate we are, because I think it's just the fact that I'm doing a lot of bouncing and it's hitting off the bottom. Yeah, see, every time I get that beep. And I'm not seeing any fish on my fish finder. I'm not seeing anything land on the bottom anymore. And that's probably why I'm not getting any more strikes in this area. At this location, it's showing me that the water temperature is 77. I started out at 80 when I was more northwest. I'm not seeing any fish land on the bottom. So I'm gonna go back up in that high zone, because at least when I started, I was seeing fish land on the bottom. Now I'm not seeing that. The fish I'm seeing are suspended. I wish there was a way you can identify what species it is, because it's just a straight line of fish going across my depth finder, just like this. Hopefully you can see this, which I don't think you can. But there's a straight line of fish, straight, and they're about, I would say, 2 foot off the bottom. There my buddies are, the sailboaters. When I go back up to this new zone and start this over again, we'll come across each other's path again. This is the reel that I had the bird's nest. When I cast out just a second ago, it was pretty smooth. My fear was, since I was just cutting at the line, not knowing what I was cutting out, all I was doing was cutting line. There's a bunch of line in that cooler. But I lucked out. When I cast out, It wasn't a dead spot in the line. So, success. I think I'm gonna reel in here and start this over again. I would like to move more towards the bank. In fact, I will move in a little bit more towards that bank. Because I know when I go back up again, me and those sailboaters over there, we're gonna be right there against each other again. So we're gonna reel in, we're gonna start this over. I'm gonna use the big motor, take me back up, we get there quicker. I don't think I really used the trolling motor today. It's in the water. That was only because the sailboaters came too close and I was gonna spot lock. Since I haven't used it, I'm gonna pull it back up. We're gonna start this over. The last time I said I was gonna start this over, that's when I just caught that one fish. Feels good out here. Very good. It's not that type of humidity where you just start to sweat. I haven't sweated at all. I was eating a jar of artichokes. I finished those. Oh, darn, I'm almost finished with them, man. Might as well just finish them off. Nothing like a good jar of artichokes. All gone. Yeah, we're gonna reel on in here. Starting to see some features over on the other side. Got two bites going on here, one on the front and one on the back. One on the back should be hooked the way it's pulling on the back, it should be hooked. We gotta deal with this one first. So we double it up here. Get this one on the back end here. There we double up here, so I avoided hitting that line on next to me here. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna be smelling like fish at the end of this day. Turn you around here so you can see this one. There you go. Another fun sizer. Another fun sizer that's going in the live well. I think that's going to be either 9 or number 10. It's showing. False alarm. Must have been hung up on whatever that is on the bottom. That's the second time I got hung up on it. My depth finder at this location is showing the fish are suspended and on the bottom, which means on the bottom, to me, catfish. Because they're showing some nice size to them. It's like there's a cutout in the bottom of the lake here off this flat. You can see the guys back here behind me. They're white bass fishing. I haven't seen them pull anything in. But I know last weekend, a lot of white bass have been caught right there in that same area. Fish on. This one wants to be a meanie. We got to kind of play with this one. Let this one. Catching them in this shallow water, they have a lot of energy. Another nice male fish. That one is keeping his mouth open for me. Wish all of them do that. Looks like I'm getting another one back here in this back end. Ah, false alarm. I wish they open their mouth and leave it open, but they don't. got another one right here. We're gonna put this one in the live well and get that one. Oh, we got off. Got off right at the boat. Doing it. We're gonna go back and get that one. So we'll go back and get that one. We didn't lose it. We lost it at the boat, but that's a hungry fish. It'll go back. It'll come back. I'm gonna restart this point. Fish on. Maybe not. Maybe that's a hang up. That was a hang up. I think in fact, I know I did. Gave up the hook. Gave up my hook on that one. I'm debating if I'm gonna tie everything. I should have the number that I came for today, which was 10. I didn't get exactly where I wanted to start. There were some guys, white bass fishing. Kind of got in my alignment. Kind of threw it off. So yeah, I lost everything on this one. And I'm gonna debate if I'm gonna retie. In fact, got a hit on this one. This one is a barracuda. He want to go all the way out towards the front of the boat. That's the first time I've had one do that. trying to keep it in the net, but it's not trying to do that. It's not hearing that. Because what I'm going to do is use the same piece of bait over again. Look at that, came out the net. I'm not going to use the planer board. We're just going to tight line this one. There you go. Now this should be number, I'm going to call it 10, maybe 11. That's why I'm going to decide if I'm going to retie this line or not on this other pole. If they wasn't so full of energy, I would take time and take a nice picture with it, but too much energy. So this is number 10 or maybe 11. So they're actually coming off the flat, and then there's a hole that's about 5 feet deep that I'm coming across, and they're hitting it. So once I get this resituated, I'm gonna start over from that point again. No use of going out there and then keep coming back. I'm going to continue to drift. I'm gonna go ahead and reset that line on that other pole. And then, after I reset the line, I'm not going to do another catfish catch. What I'm going to do is put it in my description what my total catch was for the day. Because I'm almost at that point, you know, in between where I can leave if I want to now. Because I know I should have about 10, maybe 12. Not sure to the time, but it's a good time. All these fish are running about the same size, 8 to 10 pounds. So on that note, like, subscribe, share, comment. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Be safe and stay healthy.